What's going on, you guys? It's your girl, Kelsey Lynn,
It's your boy Tony G.
and this is Mate and Kitten Moments. So, we didn't know what we were going to talk about, but Tony just pressed play on the podcast.
So this is what we're gonna do this week, y'all. We're in a new day. We're in a new time. AI is here.
Bum, bum, bum.
AI is taking over everything.
What's my thoughts on it?
What's your thoughts on it?
Oh, God. Okay. Yep. That's a good one. Good
Yeah.
job, babe. I think, as always, with my Libra scale self, I'm on the fence about it. I think it can be used for good, but I also think there's some cons. So if you want to go over those, we can. And we
Yeah.
can talk about other things like what's happening in our hometown.
Oh
We can talk
yeah.
about that as well.
We
That's fucking great. Good job.
we touched on our data center that they're trying to put in here. We live in a small country town. Um, us,
Make sure
our
you're
neighbors.
talking loud.
Yes, you can hear me. Us, our neighbors, fellow people in our town. We don't want the data center here. We understand you have to have data centers to have AI. Hold on, my makeup crew's getting me right.
Look how handsome he is.
Hey, thanks. But it's something we're strongly against because the noise it gives off, the lights, the what it does to our water system.
Sucking out all our water.
And we don't live on a lake or a river or nothing like that, so we're not even by water.
I mean, our house is by water. We're like surrounded by ponds, but
not we don't have a big natural spring or nothing like that. So the amount of water is 50 million to 100 million gallons a day, and you lose 60% of it.
And that's on the light side.
Yeah.
Because, they have those mega data centers, like Meta put in that one by the couple's house. And I mean, it's so bad that their well is like completely dried up. They can't even get water out of their faucet, which is really sad considering that they spent all their retirement money on this home. So,
and the water that they can get is now contaminated.
Yeah.
You know,
they're having to use jugs of water just to like brush their teeth and do their dishes.
Yeah. I think like there's in major cities all across America, there's a lot of vacant industrial businesses that have, because times have changed and certain businesses just didn't last or they're dated, so there's just big open buildings,
right,
that could be converted into data centers. Here in Michigan, we're not far from Lansing. GM, General Motors, has 3 plants that are no longer because they built a brand new plant. And all 3 plants are kind of by water.
Yeah.
But they could easily be converted or knocked down and built to be a data center. But they are putting a data center in Lansing, and it's not in none of these 3 plants.
Right, because we've seen the construction for it. Well, here's my thing, because regardless of where we should put it, it's still gonna do the same things as what we were saying.
Yes.
I'm not against AI. I'm not, because it, like, for me, for instance, okay, I'm not gonna sit here in front. I've used AI for a lot of things. Songwriting is not one of them, my friends.
No, that's why.
Well, yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. But for people like me and for people like Tony G, like, we're a two-man band, right? And as we've said multiple times, we are not backed by a label. We are an independent brand and entity, and that means we're limited on employees. You know what I mean? Because the reality of it is we're in a space where it's like we are independent. We do still have to budget because we have a family. So you guys kind of get where I'm going with this. Like AI is a great tool for us in the sense of we need help scheduling out what we're doing this week. We need help you know, giving us an idea for a web design or a logo or something like that.
A rollout
A
plan.
rollout plan for a song, like what would be the best way for me to do this release? Should I promote before? Should I promote after? You know what I mean? So it is a helpful tool, and I do think that AI shouldn't just be counted out completely.
No, it's very useful.
But the scary part is that it will take up jobs, and the reality is that if you're not getting like very wealthy in the next 4 years, oh,
You need
it's
to
gonna be tough.
you need to catch the wave or prepare to get.
I don't even know if it's necessarily catching the wave, because if everybody does it at one time,
No,
like,
I'm not saying catch the wave of the AI. Catch the wave of adapting with the time, the way times have changed,
yeah,
and figure out what you can do to survive. Because if you're in one of these jobs where, say you've worked 10, 15 years at a telemarketing firm, I'm sorry to say it, but them jobs are going to be obsolete.
yeah,
I just finally the other day when I was fixing her website, um, I went ahead and put a chat now AI so you guys can ask questions that the website. I obviously I gave the prompts, but I can't sit there and respond to the questions on the website when I'm already responding to stuff over here, handling bookings. We're only two people. So that is going to help me in a sense. And then I get a transcript email of anything you guys have. And if there's something that was wrong, which it shouldn't be because I gave the prompts, then I can address that and shoot you guys an email.
right,
But that little AI assistant right there is going to be very helpful.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but what I think AI is going to do, and it already has, you said songwriting. Sad, sad. You should never come to that because that's not what music's about. Music is about expression of
well,
it's art. But what I
yeah,
think AI is going to do is create a lot of lazy human beings,
that, yeah,
uneducated. They're using this thing because it will answer any
you
fucking
don't have to
question you have.
do the brain work. So when I was in high school many years ago, um, you know, obviously, like, we had to flip through books and find sections, and the answer meant more to us because we had to go looking for it, and it's just simply not that way. I don't mean to cut down on Gen Z, because what I do like about Gen Z, and I told you this the other day, is like their compassion for other people. You know what I mean? I love that about
And
them.
they're
But I
very.
worry about them because of this AI shit. Like,
What I will give them too, though, is they're very innovative.
they're
They're making there's
millions of
18-year-old
dollars.
millionaires
Yeah.
utilizing this technology and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not them I'm really worried about.
Alpha? Gen Alpha?
It's the alphas and the younger millennials.
Why is that?
The younger millennial
Because I'm
because
a younger millennial. I'm
yes,
on the tail end of
yep,
it.
yep.
So,
So because they're not far enough along into their career yet, and some of them can be replaced. And if they haven't developed that job security, and this company can, you know what I mean, do away with them.
well, I'm 33. So, let's say you went to college for a 4 year degree. Like, chances are, if you started your job after you got, like, if you got job placement after that, you might be okay. But
Some people haven't done that yet, though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's
I hear what
scary.
you're saying. Um, it's scary, but I guess for people like me, which a lot of my fan base is like me, like, we're some fucking troopers, man. Like, we can adapt to some shit. So,
Facts.
we'll always be okay. But it is sad to see because there are already so many jobs. I mean, you go to your local Walmart and every use scan's open, but there's only like one or two cashiers and then a bunch of like empty whatever cash registers, you know what I mean? So I it's really hard to say. I think people won't have a problem adapting. I just think this is going to disconnect us far more than we ever have been.
Yeah, like people are building like houses and building businesses and building friend groups in a metaverse. Like it's not even
A real
a
thing.
real thing, but
Yeah.
it's virtual reality. Like
I'm not a fan of that
no,
concept.
me neither. Like
I love living like in this reality. I love being able to touch things, smell things, taste things, like have, you know what I mean? I am not a fan of that idea of, I mean, you look like you're itching to say
oh
something.
no
You're
no
looking like
no
you're
no
looking
no
like you want to talk to respond, but you're not
no,
actually
I don't want to.
listening.
No, I don't want to respond. I want to touch that. Like, yeah, like it's not real. Like you can't touch it. It's not. You can't. I can own a side by side in metaverse, but like, I
I can't
I
actually
don't get
drive
the
one.
experience of actually driving it and getting the mud in my face and freaking going through that hole or getting stuck. Like, I know exactly what you mean by that. Like,
It's, yeah, I don't know. I And okay, we can talk about music now with the whole AI thing. I think Kalani, because I seen she did an interview on a podcast and she was saying like I shouldn't have to compete with something that's not even real. And she's very,
right.
very right because artists like her and artists like myself and a lot of other artists, we spent so many years like really, first of all, trying to figure out who we were, what kind of artists we were gonna be, and then we got good at what we did, and now it's like you can just have some software just like be an artist and create this music, and it really pisses me off because we already don't get paid off of streams. Like, we just don't, you guys. We have to constantly tour and sell merch and outsource so many different things to make money. And now we have to compete with a fucking computer on top of competing with the streaming industry. Like,
And
that's
their
insane.
algorithm, their computer,
Right,
and it's like
right.
AI say they write a great song and they put it out or whatever. That AI didn't live that moment that they wrote about this sad song. They didn't endure that pain. They didn't really feel
A
that
lot of
way.
fucking songwriters and rappers don't either. They got other people writing their shit. So essentially, the ghostwriters were the fucking old school AI. Let's
Yeah,
just be real.
yeah. That's why I've never like really respected.
Respected the ghostwriter concept. Me, neither. For a vocalist, it's one thing because there are people who really like to just
Just sing.
genuinely, well, genuinely write.
Yes. Oh,
Like, I'm a songwriter. I enjoy writing the song. Not saying I don't enjoy performing it and recording it, but where that magic really happens for me is in the songwriting. And sometimes I'll write songs that won't even be tailored for me. I'll have an idea and be like, "Oh my gosh, I could really hear, Ariana Grande singing this song." So vocalists, I feel like, can get away with that because you have the voice and not everybody does.
right.
But AI is I that's like a whole horse of a different color because you are literally creating videos that are this artist. Like, you can create this image of whatever artist you want. You can create the videos off the AI. You can create the song off the AI. You can have it sing off the AI. You could probably even go as far as doing like live ticketed shows for an AI show.
Like
That
a
is,
AI live stream show.
yeah, like that is kind of like cringe to me.
Yeah,
Nothing is going to hit though, like live music. Nothing is going to actually hit like a real artist really telling their story, you know?
yeah, because they felt that pain. They endured that. You know what I mean? The hill they had to climb to get to where they're at to tell you that story.
Yeah.
And I said like some of the millennials, but really the alphas, because we seen this just 2 weeks ago. We took Jasmine. Not proud to say it, but she was hungry, so we had to stop at Taco Bell. But I ordered from a whole ass robot, a whole AI, the whole thing. So yes, the AI took my order, but what did that do? Who works cashier jobs at fast food restaurants?
I've noticed at Taco Bell specifically, there's never anybody at the first window. And at Wendy's, I've noticed that too.
But that's taking
And at
job.
Burger King.
That's
I think the
taking
only people who do it is McDonald's.
McDonald's. So, but that's taking jobs from Alpha, and we have three boys all wanting jobs right now.
That's why I'm not like, listen, I'm not stupid. Okay. Um, I told all three of our boys, like, and Jasmine, you don't have to go to college. Matter of fact, that's a waste of money because no person, I mean, I know people who have went to college and yeah, they're doing well, but people who like really make the real money, they are not college graduates. They figured out how to do sales. They figured out how to build systems. They figured out all these things about running a successful company. You don't need a degree for that. Like, be
And,
your own boss. So that's kind of where I'm teaching my children. Like, catch up with the times, catch up with the wave, get on and stream your Twitch. You guys game, Twitch, Kick, all that because that's what it is.
and you have to think like, and I'm not, not knocking the people that go to college and go that route. So
Mm-mm.
don't take that as I am. But what I will say, because I've she's been to college, I've been to college. I didn't graduate, she didn't graduate. But what I will say is you can go to college today, say you're 18, and what you were taught, say you go for marketing, what you were taught today for the next 4 years, in 5, 6, 7 years is going to be dated, and it don't even matter what the fuck you learned anyways. You're going to have to catch up and relearn or adapt with the times and learn the new ways because things always change. So you can't
It's
learn what's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like that with everything
Yeah,
though,
everything.
because I went to school to be a nurse and I knew that going into that. Like, there will be updated things because science and technology are always progressing.
Yep.
And I was cool knowing that going into it, where I realized, and we still need doctors, we still need nurses, we still need people working these jobs. So that's not what I'm saying. Yes, you're very right about that. I am not knocking the college route.
No, not at
It
all.
just, I feel like for who we are in this family, it just isn't what works for us. You know what I mean? Like, we wouldn't, my children would not be happy in those roles, you
We
know?
don't have a child here that wants to go be a doctor or be a nurse, or
Right, right.
that's not the path for them.
No, it's not. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's times are definitely changing, and it does make me sad. Change makes me sad. Always, no matter what change it ever was, even when it was for the better, because when you have something for the better change, that means you're letting go of something old and it's hard to part ways with it. You know what I mean? But I'm more of the type of person where I'm like, again, I like having the senses, I like smelling things, the tasting things, you know what I mean? Having real connections with the people that are in my life, I don't want my friends to be over the internet.
Right.
At that point, I might as well just stay to myself because I see how people on the internet act.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I think that's the other problem too, like that's a whole different podcast of how people act on the fucking internet. Like, not having the balls to actually say something like that in real life. Um, but having all the courage to say it online.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't raised that way. I've never been that way. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'd be considered old school now by Gen Z. I'm
Yeah.
old school at this point,
And
but I don't, yeah, I like, it drives me fucking nuts. Like, I'll go out, like if I go to a get together or like a certain setting that I'm invited to and people are on their phones, I'll fucking leave. It
everybody's just
bugs
sitting
me
there
in my
like,
own house. I'll be sitting there looking around like everybody's on an electronic. What the fuck?
so
Like, I don't know.
so discussing all this, we know where we stand. I know where you stand. We heard your opinions. Are you for it or are you against it? What's your pros on the AI?
I mean, I told you all my pros. I think it can help you, like, in a time of need.
E-
Like, it's a good tool to use for certain things, but to like let it completely take over and consume something, like, and also, like I just got a cover art made. Shout out to Caesar Beavers. Like, he's an artist and he's really good at what he does. And I could have easily just like had AI make me a cover, but it's not going to have that personality. It's not going to have that oomph to it. And that
yeah,
matters to me. So
I knew you gave us like some pros about how it helps us in general, but I was just like, overall
overall,
pros, like for all in all in the world
for
today.
my life, it's been beneficial. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. If they put the data center in by our house, that's not beneficial to me.
No.
I feel like there's places in America where, because I've drove America, I've been on tour multiple times. I've seen open fields that go for miles and miles and miles and miles with no houses around, nothing's around it. There's one thing for sure, and there's one thing for certain. If you dig far enough into the ground, you will find water. So you could easily build a data center literally in the middle of nowhere
Yeah.
and figure out a water system for it. And then boom, bam, there you go.
I'm trying to learn more on them because it's like, you know,
They're not good to be by people.
no,
That's what I do
I
know.
understand. That's what I understand. I do understand that aspect about them, but like they're trying to put them all over. Why not just build one big ass data center, fucking
Because that's not how that
on its own
works.
fucking island and fucking?
Because I don't think that's how that works.
But why? Why do we have to have them in every state?
Well,
Because they're collecting our data.
they're collecting our data. Michigan is a huge hotspot for these things because we have that water supply that's needed to run the data center.
And our governor gave them
I do
tax
not like
break.
our governor. I don't like our governor. She claims she cares about people and we need to do this for the people and we need to do that, but she's the one who's like giving the green light for all of this shit to go down here. And every person, and it's has not mattered if you were a Democrat or a Republican, everybody stands together on this situation.
Same woman that shut us down during COVID. Like we were shut down longer than anybody, caused a bunch of our businesses to fail.
Yeah, well, look at Lansing. Okay, that's the capital of Michigan. A lot of people had to close their doors. It started to become a shithole. And then Grand Rapids companies came in started pushing all the locals into the hoods, okay, and started building up downtown. And I'm all for that, like, cool, but a lot of the people who live there can't afford a fucking $7 boba at a boba shop. That's like the fourth one that you've put in here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, how about you start by taking care of your people?
You see all these housings going up.
Give them job opportunities, which you obviously aren't worried about doing that because you'd rather just have AI do everything. Hence, you're more gung ho about the,
Data centers.
yeah. So, the data center thing, and that sucks because in order to have AI, you have to have data centers. And that's really unfortunate. I know our mayor, Russell W. Whipple, Nipple Whipple. I do not like that guy. I hope he sees it. I do not like you. um, can just like push this through despite the very public stance on where we, the people who pay taxes in our town, like, we don't want it. And we made it very clear. And the fact that people can get away with it is insane. You know, it's a fat payday. So
he's already been paid.
Well,
If
that's
you
why
look at
it's
the
happening.
maps of Michigan data centers or data centers to come, Mason's already marked. But it says that.
You just told everybody where we live.
Oh, I thought we've already did that before. I'm sorry. All right, we can edit this part out.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you look at the map of data centers that are already up in Michigan and the ones that are to be, our town's already marked.
Right.
But our mayor says
nothing's went through yet.
Nothing's went through. No deals have made.
That's because he thinks we're stupid. He thinks we won't, that we don't know.
But our official state website says that there's one that's going to be in our town.
Right. Well, it's the whole zoning issue too that, you know what I mean, and they'll bring up all these ordinances and they'll vote on it, but call me crazy. I don't think city council should be voting on shit. I just don't. All these things get brought to them and then their voice is the only one that matters. Because now you have situations like this. A big ass company, Microsoft, is the one that's trying to put the data center in by our house. Everybody's getting paid off.
I'll give you guys all
it's swaying
$500K to pass this.
Yeah, which is insane. It's just
they're gonna be like, hell yeah.
Yeah, I can retire right now.
So you got six city council members we have, and then the mayor. So you know
they just hired this new guy. We don't like him either because obviously the new guy fits the agenda. So I'm not against AI, but I think data centers don't need to be by people. And I think we need to limit them. And I think we need to do more research about what they actually do to humans in the long run, you know? Because it's already bad enough that they're killing us through our food, our water. Everything is bad for you at this point.
And the amount of power it's going to take from the power grid.
Yeah, and you want to know who pays for that?
It makes our power bill go up.
Us. It's us. It's at our expense. It's always at the American people's expense. And, you know, I know lately we've gotten all caught up in like this Democratic, Republican, right, left, this, that, and the other thing. But imagine if we didn't. I don't trust anybody. I don't trust any of them because so much could change and I feel like everybody's worried about all the wrong shit.
If we didn't make all that a problem and we just focused on the real problems, we'd be a lot further.
Yeah, like here's an idea. Everybody stop buying shit for a whole day. Don't show up to work. Don't buy shit. Matter of fact, let's do that for a week and see what happens. We didn't do it in COVID all the way because, Florida was still open and whatever, whatever. But we seen what happened. Look at what happened in Michigan. Whitmer shut everything down. No restaurants, no malls, no nothing. Like, we're done. And people went out of business. And yes, it is unfortunate, but at that point, you'll go back to a bartering system. You'll go back to living off the land. You'll go back to a lot of simpler times. Seriously, think about this. We could grow our own food this summer. Who's going to take care of the crops?
Right.
Because we have to keep up to make money to pay our bills, because if we don't pay the bills, the banks come and take the house,
and we don't have the land to grow the food on.
And then you don't have exactly. They want you dependent on them. And it doesn't matter if you're Democratic or Republican. The amount of times I see Trump, Biden, Trump, Biden, Trump, Biden. Oh, well, this person did this and this person did that. Listen. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Meanwhile, they're putting in data centers down the fucking road from your house. If you think for a minute it's fucking any of them give a shit about you, like, you're wrong. You're wrong. Sorry, I know you're a Trump supporter. I love you, but I don't trust anybody at this point. I don't. Just knowing what I know about people, I just don't trust people. So I know Trump's all for AI data centers.
I'm not saying that data centers are bad. I just don't think they need to be in towns by people.
Me neither. Me neither. And I'm saying that, and my point of saying that about Trump is that, he obviously understands that, like, AI can be a tool, but I think Trump should be more worried about that than other shit that's going on.
And if we don't have them, we'll get left behind, and then
that's the thing too. That was the other argument that was raised with our local data center, was like, if we don't keep up, China will take over and this, that, and the other. But why does it have to be like that, is my point. Like, why can't we all just chill the hell out? I don't know. It's complicated.
It's complicated.
Yeah, that's exactly why I stay off my doom scrolling. It's depressing.
They make these.
Me and Jasmine are just gonna go outside and paint pictures. Like, that's the life I'm trying to live.
I was just thinking about something.
What?
You remember when they don't want us to know what's really going on. They don't want us to, remember they tried to ban TikTok and it went black for a couple days.
Yeah.
Mr. Donald Trump got it back and got Congress to like put like I think it was 90 days they had.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would have to sell to an American company. TikTok ain't fucking sold. It's been well longer than 90 days. Has anybody heard about this fucking big headline and TikTok shutting down and now it's reopened and it had to sell? No. Shit ain't even brought up or even thought of no more.
I've seen something about that.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
So whatever happened with it?
I haven't dug. Listen, so much is going on.
Yeah.
And I'm already trying to keep myself above water. So, you know what I mean? Like, I haven't even looked into it, but
I just don't know why I randomly thought about that, but I'm like,
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I have no idea.
I know they didn't sell.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, somebody said that it was to a Jewish man.
Oh, they did sell?
Yeah, because I seen an artist and she was like, they done sold TikTok to a white man. And I'm like, what? What the fuck is she talking about? So I went to the comment section. Again, this is why I have to stay off the doom scroll, because I go looking.
Yeah.
I get nosy. And somebody was like, he's not white, he's Jewish. I don't know if there's a difference. I don't care because people are just people to me. But I I don't know. That's the first time I heard about it, and then I seen another post probably because it was related to that one.
I thought Jewish people were white.
I don't know. See, I don't get into. Listen, I don't get into shit like that. I just don't. I just don't, and I just won't because
I mean, Adam Sandler's Jewish. He's clearly white.
I just I don't care.
Why does
You
it matter what
know,
color? Why does it matter what color they sold it to?
because everything has to be an issue now.
Yeah,
Everything has to be an issue, and that's why I'm saying like it's really hard to be a person like me living in this world because I feel like it's not my place to tell anybody how to live their life. I feel like it's not my place to judge people. Like, yes, everybody naturally is going to have their opinions about other folks. You know what I mean? Like, we're human. That's
opinions are
just
what makes us different.
right. You know, like, but the whole like race thing and all of that, that can be a whole other podcast too. Like, that, I don't know. It's never mattered to me, I guess.
It really don't matter.
And I can't understand the concept behind that. Like,
They done sold it to. What's it matter who they sold it to?
right,
I didn't want
because
to.
they're a bad person, they're a
I
bad
was trying to
person.
figure out whatever happened with it because it really went black for a couple days.
Well,
And then
that
Trump
wasn't
got
the
it
point of
back.
what I was saying. That was the first time I had seen something
Yeah, I
that she
know.
made a status that said that. And I was like, I didn't even know this was even going on.
I know that's not why you said it, but why did she had to? Let's do that
Because,
on a different podcast.
yeah,
Yeah.
we can. We definitely can talk about that because it's a problem.
Yep.
I fucking don't know how because it's 2026. I thought we were supposed to be going forward and not backwards.
Right.
And that's on every side of the coin.
Yep.
You don't give a shit what color your skin is. If you're a
So
good person, you're a good person.
so our stance: yes to AI, no to data centers in areas where homes are,
Yeah.
and I stand on that. You stand on that?
You standing on business?
Standing on business.
It's not that deep, sir. I thought I was standing on business. Anyways, yeah. Yep, so that's it for now. We have an announcement that we have made today. So if you do not follow me on well, I guess we should say tomorrow, but when you're seeing this, it'll be Monday.
And they already
And
announced it today.
right, but I haven't said anything yet because I've been waiting for something to come back. So,
Yes.
Announcement. If you don't follow me on my other platforms, TikTok, Kelsey Lynn Official, Instagram, Kelsey Lynn Music, Facebook, Kelsey Lynn Official, and all exciting things. It's been real, y'all.
Are you going to tell me the announcement?
No.
Oh, okay. My bad.
No.
I thought you were
Go
going
to my socials to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I
anyways.
like how you did that.
Yep.
Hey, I didn't teach you that, did it?
No, hell no. That's years of marketing, the figuring out different ways of what works. I don't know.
And click the like, subscribe,
Leave a comment.
leave a comment, and tell us what you want us to talk about.
Yeah. Nothing's off the table. So there's that. It's your girl Kelsey Lynn.
It's your boy Tony G.
And this is Mint and Kitten Moment.